You know, they won some games when they weren't playing that well. And this is what happens when you run up against a good team and all of a sudden Milwaukee, gets you, and then come home, Denver gets you. So, they didn't really do the things they needed to do. They had 19 turnovers, Geeter, that led to 24 points. Assists, they only had 18. And Denver had 31. Fast break points weren't there. Lakers only had 9. So it was not a good performance tonight. 60 points in the paint for Denver. That's something that the Lakers usually win with their size. So they got to go back to the drawing board, with or without LeBron. They got to get back to playing good defense again. They developed a nice cushion. They got a little cushion early on, but they really need to get back. They got a big one coming on Christmas Day. You don't want to go 3 in a row.
Again, it's not a lack of effort. It's just not playing well, right, Jordy?
Yeah, they look very discombobulated. Yeah. Sometimes when you get back home after a long road trip, your timing's all off, your sleep schedule's off, and nobody's feeling sorry for the Lakers. That game is circled on everybody's calendar. So when they come into Staples or when the Lakers come into town, they're excited and energetic and ready to play. And the Lakers just didn't have that enthusiasm, that energy tonight.
What did you see, Jordy? It was 67-65, 6 minutes and 46 seconds left. Looks like the Lakers had got a little momentum. They're leading by 2. And from that moment on, the Nuggets completely dominated. They went on a 14-15 run over the next, 8 to 10 minutes, really, to blow that game open.
Really, it was a couple things in that little segment. It was a couple turnovers, a couple missed shots, forced Frank Vogel to call another quick timeout, and then the energy just shifted. The momentum shifted, and Denver took advantage of it and just kept riding that momentum. The Lakers kind of put their heads down and felt a little sorry for themselves, and Denver were just picking up on that and continuing to attack.
Yeah, one of the first times that it just looks like they were playing hard, but just without a purpose, like going through the motions a little bit, like waiting for Denver to kind of, give them an opportunity to make their run, and Denver never did. And the Lakers never really went out and grabbed it. They just played hard and shot some shots, but didn't really like they had that fierce competition that we needed to go out and take this in the third, fourth quarter.
All of us were talking right before halftime when we looked and we saw that the Lakers only had 6 assists. And that's just unlike this Laker team. And it's their first game playing without LeBron. We talked a lot about that in the pregame show. What kind of mindset do you have? And you expect that ball to move a little bit more. It just seemed like a lot of pounding, a lot of dumping it in, and a little bit stagnant, Jordy.
Yeah, I think you realize that LeBron James is actually the head of the snake. And when you're coming to play the Lakers, they're going to say, try to stop LeBron. So with him out of it, it's almost done for them. And the Lakers looked discombobulated. Like they didn't know where to turn, where things should start, where the offense should be initiated. And it got very stagnant, very one-sided, very selfish style basketball. I know that we don't have any selfish guys on the team, but just it kind of got into that mode throughout the game.
Yeah, big game. You look and you see, the Lakers, you mentioned their last 4 games, 19 turnovers, 22 turnovers, and then 19 turnovers again tonight. The new starting lineup, you put in Avery Bradley and Rajon Rondo, but really you look at this team, it's just AD and Kuz, the only 2 guys in double figures.
Yeah, that means that, the ball wasn't moving. Only 6 points, I think, on the fast break. So they got to figure out a way to play without LeBron. I mean, Rondo is a great point guard, and he's got to figure out how to way to zip the ball, get guys quicker shots, and guys have to take their shots. A lot of times shots are there, they pass them up. But defensively, there's no excuse for not, being able to defend at home.
It's funny, we talked a lot about Rondo at the end of last year, and when we thought, his role coming off that bench, playing that 20 to 23 minutes is where he'd be so valuable. Big game, it seems like when he has those starters minutes, and the team is just going to run differently without LeBron James and Rondo in there. He's a different style player.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, that's just the nature of anything. When somebody's different and their characteristics are different, it's going to affect the team completely differently. You look at the guys who have been playing consistent in a lot of minutes, their shots that LeBron James just creates for them are wide open, corner threes, things like that they just didn't have those opportunities tonight because there wasn't LeBron James demanding all that attention.
Yeah, AD, by the way, still delivered, James, 32 points.
Yeah, he can get his.
Yeah.
Points are not a problem for AD. He can get his at any point. But get it back to LeBron, Rondo's not going to draw the same type of attention. When he goes downhill, they're not going to come off of him like they do LeBron. LeBron, they kind of collapse a little bit. That makes it a little easier. I think LeBron at this stage of his career knows where to find people a little better. So, but they're not used, just like you were saying, they're not used to playing with Rondo as a starter. So that took a little bit of getting used to, and I don't think it ever, materialized.
And you can't defend turning the ball over. They turned the ball over a lot, which led to a lot of easy buckets on the other end, and that just creates a bigger deficit, a bigger hole. People start looking around at whose fault it was or how do we get out of this situation. Yeah. It just creates more uncomfortability amongst the team.
Yeah, I'm curious what the challenge is for Frank Vogel and the staff when, it seems like you have certain guys out in the beginning of the year and they're rolling, and then another guy's out and you start to roll. Now you're starting to get everyone back, except LeBron, obviously, but you're starting to work in that rotation again and who plugs in where, and it's going to be pretty interesting to see how it all fits.
It is, and, I'm not trying to give them an excuse, but give them the benefit of the doubt. They are a team that just started to play together this year, and I think that early success kind of made people feel like they had arrived, but they're still kind of figuring out different lineups. When your starting lineup is disruptive, I don't think they figured that out yet. So as good as they've played with their record, they still got to figure each other out.
You were thinking AD was fine. I didn't like the way it looked in slow motion, but it never looks good in slow motion. I guess the good news, Jordy, is that he went back out there and played, but I think I was pretty happy when he actually went out and sat out the rest of the game. Lakers were down 22. I was happy to see him sit, and obviously we'll hear from him later, but it just didn't look great.
It never looks great to have one of the best players in the game go down or hyperextend anything, but I think he'll be fine. It was nice to see him go out, let some other guys play. The game was over. It's a long-term view in that instance to look at the rest of the season instead of tonight. Yeah,
I'm like James. I'd rather not see a slow motion replay. It just never looks good.
I can't watch him.
Yeah. Are you concerned?
I'm glad that he was walked off.
Yeah.
You never know how you're going to feel this morning.
That's true.
Sometimes you'll do something that feels like it's just a little minor strain. You wake up the next morning, it's something else. But according to what I saw, I hope it's not anything in the morning.
Yeah, I think we're all a little scarred, too, because we remember how fragile a season can be when a year ago almost on Christmas, rolling, winning all these games, starting to feel real good about the young core with LeBron. He goes down, changes an entire season. So.
Are you saying we should keep LeBron and Davis out?
No, we're just scarred is what I'm saying. Every little fall. All right. All right, let's get you to the highlights. Lakers without LeBron James for the first time this season. Back home looking to avoid losing 3 straight games as they take on the Denver Nuggets. First quarter. Anthony Davis in the post. Spins. Fade away. Lakers tied up at 2 early. Next possession. Davis along the baseline. Left-handed layup. Looking dominant as ever. A few minutes later, Nuggets now on a run. Gary Harrison transition. He's going to Euro step. That's 4 steps right there. Rondo for the finish. Goes right around him. It's the Australian 4-step, we call it. Lakers not happy with that. He was Vogel, and I don't blame him. Rondo, the long bounce skip pass to Avery Bradley for the 3. Good to see Avery hit one big game.
Yeah. I was hoping he'd get his legs under him. Nice shot. There's a nice steal by Rondo early in the game for a free layup.
Tied up at 11. Avery Bradley 2 for 5 from 3, actually. More Laker offense. Danny Green. Rondo. He's open. He drains it. Lakers on defense here. Dwight likes it. Michael Porter Jr. goes up the shot. He is blocked by Kuz from behind.
Yeah, that's what you want to see Kuzma doing. He's going to come in and score the basketball, but there's other ways to get himself in the game. This is what he does. He makes shots. He's not afraid to take them, but blocking shots, setting screens, running the floor, cutting off the ball, those are the things that's going to help him get in his rhythm much faster.
Great to see him back. Good energy tonight. AD's going to grab the miss. Lakers lead 28-23 after 1. That is the only quarter they would win. Second quarter, James Dwight making things happen on the offensive glass.
Nice second effort by Dwight Howard. Makes the right decision, gets out to Pope. He knocks it down.
A few minutes later, good ball movement by the Nuggets. Malik Beasley, step back 3, 39-37. Lakers on offense. Kuz.
Must be nice to be 6'10 and be able to Euro step go in the opposite direction. He's so talented, so confident in himself. It's good to see him back. It sucks that tonight was the night it was for the Lakers as a whole, but it's good to see Kuz back and just get an opportunity to be himself.
Yeah, he seemed to be playing free out there too, George.
Absolutely.
You brought up a great point. He had 9 points in the 9 shots in the first half. That's been his average of shot attempts for the season. So it's good to see him Feeling good out there. AD.
He's talented. Just a little bit.
A little bit. 51-48. Every time the Lakers get up 3, the Nuggets would respond with a run. Here they are on a 7-0 run. It's 55-51.
Denver's a good team. I mean, they've been together for years. They don't panic in certain situations. They just continue to play their style of basketball. They look like the team that's been together for a while and that's been comfortable, and it showed over the course of the game.
And they've now won 6 in a row. And they're up 55-53 at the half. Third quarter, AD spin move jumper. Tied back up at 55. Next Laker possession, James. Rondo. Nice dish to JaVale. 57-57.
Yeah, 8 assists for Rondo tonight. Nice when he drives down, and McGee, good hands, nice reverse dunk. Needed more of that.
Left side, AD